scene. A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Virginia Tech's offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw so many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Scanning the field, it's Madsen. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching the football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Finds his man. It's Knight. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hokies send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what...
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Gives it on the option. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curved some of turning it on. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
They'll give it to the back. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Sends it back in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air, it's Madsen. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet.
Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Power football with the run. Taking it the other way. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third down play from the gun. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here's the handoff. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive leads.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Running back searching for a hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it Smothers. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the toss. Spins away from the defense. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's caught. It's Robinson. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off play action on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On over the middle. It's Moore.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A low line drive and not his best work. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking. Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Smothers. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Madsen. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He's going to run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Hokies line up to punt it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
That's caught. It's Knight. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the move, it's Knight. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The run from the shotgun. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Final play of the quarter coming. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Makes the catch at the 35. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. He had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw. It's Madsen. Flips it out to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking to fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
And the QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously some exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets it, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got the push behind with these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting young.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. They're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That's caught. It's Robinson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection. protection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They're trying to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Snap from the gun on third down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, it smothers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here's the pressure. Finds the tight end. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Absolutely center cut. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over Sam Houston. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Throwing right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Fires left. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. This time it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Trying play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Got to get to the line, get it settled, get the clock stopped for the potential game-tying field goal. The short hands, it's Selden. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Going to the run, it's Knight. And a short run there, and that'll end it. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team.